Welcome back to Market on Close. Phil Striebel joins us for a Friday chat. He's the chief market strategist at Blue Line Futures. Time for us to expand our horizons, talk some commodities and more. Good afternoon, Phil.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Always. Thank you for being here. Hey, how about silver? Want to go there? It's going pretty crazy.
Albert, I can't see you through all this silver.
Hey, what is that? What are those? You know, it's real silver? I love it. There we go. All right, so I take it you're long, Phil.
Yeah, excessively long. So, I mean, the reality is that you look at what's transpired over the last week or two. We've seen, everyone rushed out of these types of geopolitical affected assets because of the conflict in the Middle East. We saw the exuberance that took place in the crude oil market. I mean, silver's up 6%. I'm sure if we look back over the last couple of weeks, we saw crude oil up 6%. So now that things have seemed to have died down a bit, we've seen some inflation expectations come down. It's been kind of a big rotation out of the crude oil market. They went back into the gold market. Remember, crude oil was one of the most heavily shorted markets, and once things started to heat up over in the Middle East, the rotation out of gold into crude oil, and you saw that several times we had big developments in the Middle East. Gold futures didn't even move. So that was an underweighted asset class. Money managers cut their bullish bets on gold to the lowest level in 8 weeks. So obviously crude oil prices come down, they go back into gold. Gold starts banging all-time highs over the last few days. And now they look at, hey, China reports overnight much better than expected economic data. They've been trying to do anything they can as far as providing stimulus and things like that. And that's where you get copper starting to base out, turn up. And then you get the combination of the industrial metal, the precious metal, silver. It has its data shine here, up 6%.
It's kind of been feeling like a long time coming. I know folks have been looking for this trade to do this for a minute.
Yeah, October 2012 was the last time that we were this high. Now, I do have to caution people, a lot of people, when we close up like this over the weekend, we get the exuberance on Sunday night. That's why it's important to have a futures trading account to try and potentially take advantage of that move. But by Monday, a lot of the dust could settle. We've got a lot of economic developments over the week, and this is a volatile asset class. So our CTA, Blue Creek Capital, it's a registered CTA, we reduced our high delta silver positions, and we added 2 positions out here. We added the December silver 40-42.5 call spread. So if you're familiar with options, those are about $650 a piece calculated risk. Maximum gains 12,500 less what you paid for it. We like the risk reward. And then I know you want to get into the crypto world.
Well, wait 1 sec, Phil. Hold on. I like the details you give me on the silver trade because I want to make sure I just heard everything there right. Love that. Because, that's the big move, too. We talked some crypto. We'll come back. This is a trade that you want to be in, but not to the same, volatility subjected way you were before. You said you took off your high delta position. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, because of the fact that, once you get the options, they start going in the money. You just have too much to give away. If the market has a setback, and especially with the November options, one little correction here, we end up back down at $30, $29.50, and it's not even out of the realm at all. Those options can lose a lot of premium. The futures there's a $5,000 5,000 ounce silver contract and a 1,000 ounce one. So if silver retraces that move, that's $10,000 on that large contract. Yeah. That's 1,000 on the small. So it just doesn't make sense. So we took some of the positions off.
That makes sense.
We went to the December, the 40-42.5 call spread. So if it's going to make the move, if it's going to break out, we believe that we put these on in pairs. And what we'll do is we'll work one as a double and try and have a free trade here and try and catch that momentum trade higher.
Okay, love it. All right, love that detail. So a slight little shift in the position, but one that you're not bailing on, just getting a little bit more linear exposure. All right, let's talk some crypto. BTC, is this the real deal?
Yeah, it really feels like it, and feeling is not a good trading strategy at all. So 74,000, we got to break out above that in order to really make this move, and you'll start getting the 100,000, and the $1 million guys will be coming back out of the woodwork. So what we did on that was we looked at the November Bitcoin, the 75,000 calls. Those gave people, plenty of time, we think, and if we're going to continue to move in this direction, you got Bitcoin up about 2.5 to 3% right now, banging on 68,750. So that's another market that can gain momentum over the weekend. We really believe that a lot of the positioning we've seen this week has been really favoring the Republicans, Trump, Vance, things like that, who's been very pro Bitcoin, pro crypto. So
you think it's a Trump trade showing up here?
This is really had been like quite a bit of the Trump trade right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, of all the things out there, this is the one that like I've been saying, I'm very like hesitant to like get on with like the Kamala trade or the Trump trade, like, but this one here seems pretty linear, especially because, and pretty straightforward, like, because also this is the asset that moves when people are talking about it and when you're looking for somebody to come and buy it. And if the idea is that the government might actually be a buyer, as like antithetical as that seems to like the heart of what crypto is supposed to be, who cares? Somebody's coming to buy it. Somebody's coming to buy it. So I could see that being the Trump trade, you know?
The stars are aligning, you know? And then another thing is you look at the high correlation between the NASDAQ and Bitcoin. We had Netflix turn around. It looked like the NASDAQ might have posted another higher low on the charts and starting to move up here a bit. So this is the more high leverage beta way to play it. So it's just a lot of these things, a lot of these commodities and everything very intercorrelated, you know, and the dollar index has gone up so much. We start to get a breakdown in the dollar, you know, that is the sinking ship that lifts all tides here. So that's how you get another extension higher on precious metals. Maybe you get a turnaround in energies and things like that. We were adding some crude oil going farther out today. We believe that 65 to 60 range is going to put things a little bit uncomfortable as far as where OPEC is positioned. And you still have the possibility of tensions in the Middle East flaring back up.
Love it. You the man. Fridays with Phil. I think it's my favorite part of my Friday. Thanks, Phil.
Oh, thank you, man. Take care, bud.
You have a great weekend. Phil Striebel, Chief Market Strategist of Blue Line Futures. Jenny's in the newsroom.